Hello everyone, welcome to today's reading. This is pile number 1. Today's topic is slightly more open. It's a beauty reading, but I don't know how I'm going to title it. Maybe how I would describe your beauty or what kind of a beauty are you. I don't know. It's very open ended in a way. So let's see how where the reading takes us. But let's see what comes through. So you chose the mother archetype. I hid the names, so I don't know. I use this deck quite a lot on my channel, so did you guys make out what card it was? I want to know. Let me know. Okay, so we'll start with these. I want to mention that today is the 9th, and I usually give a 10-day period for doing the personal readings. So I'm going to be taking a week off. For the main channel, I will pre-film and post videos, so don't worry about that. But if you want to book a reading with me, you can book today or in a couple of days. I might do it before the 19th, but after the 19th I'm taking a week off, so you can still book, but remember, you'll get the reading at the end of the month. So just wanted to mention that for those of you who are interested in booking a reading. But thank you for all the comments, thank you for all the support. If anyone wants to leave a tip, do it through PayPal and UPI. Don't leave super thanks. I just want to mention because I forget, and especially people don't watch till the end, so I just wanted to give a heads up. Okay, so here we have camel. This is fire element, which is, I don't know how is camel fire. Can someone explain it to me? I don't know why camel is fire. We have a moon also in the back. We have tree. We have the house. You can see a lot of moon or feminine energy in this pile already, because we have the moon here, we have the mother, we see a pearl here. Pearl is also the jewel that is connected with the planet of moon. We have 4th house, which gives me Cancer energy, which is ruled by the moon. We also have 2 of cups, and we have the lovers, Gemini energy. Some of you could have moon in Gemini also, because we have 5, which is ruled by Mercury. So definitely some moon Mercury energy is here. Okay, so with this pile, the energy I'm getting is slightly more, it's giving me water energy. Obviously we have earth also, so the vibe I'm getting is like Queen of Cups or Queen of Pentacles. That's the energy I'm getting so far. Strong moon, feminine energy. Some of you could have strong placements in Cancer or 4th house. Okay, some of you could be Cancer ascendants, maybe Venus in Cancer, Mercury in Cancer, something like this I'm getting. But lots of romantic feelings also. I feel like you could have a lot of people crush on you. You could be the traditional sort of beauty, you know, someone, let's say, with big eyes or round eyes, you know, round face, big lips. That sort of energy I'm getting, because moon gives a round face also, and it gives like round sort of features or full features. You could have maybe some of you could keep long hair. That is also connected to fertility, having long hair. Even a lot of you maybe having darker hair. Darker hair is also sometimes connected with fertility. So maybe you color your hair quite a bit, I don't know. But overall, the energy that I'm picking is, you could also be someone who wears a lot of feminine sort of clothes. Let's say dresses, skirts, laces, lace clothes, maybe natural fibers, jewelry, earrings especially maybe. Or the way you do your makeup, it's more of that clean girl aesthetic, or my beauty. What's a term that we use? I don't know, just a face looks like you've not put on makeup, but you've put on a bit of makeup. So that could be more of your vibe, but I'm just getting this nurturing, feminine, soft, gentle sort of energy with this pile. So some of you, I feel like you are naturally very gifted, very beautiful, and most people consider you beautiful. At least you get compliments on your beauty, and you're someone that on the average everyone would find you beautiful. Okay, you're blessed in the beauty department. We have roses here also. Roses always remind me of beauty. Flowers, whenever I see flowers, this is a Venus sign, so it's connected with beauty. Moon and Venus are the 2 planets that denote beauty in Vedic astrology. So you obviously have a lot of moon, and then we have a bit of this hint of Venus also coming through with the Lovers card in general. Why is the Lovers associated with Gemini? I don't understand. it should be Libra 100%. They went with Justice for Libra, but I think Justice could also be connected to somehow Saturn. So that's why I don't always go with the Western sort of connotations for the cards. But yeah, this is giving me more of Venus energy. And here we see this opposite also, right? We see this feminine. This is Beauty and the Beast, if you can make it out. And here also we see more of this refined sort of person, like royal. And this is more of like the tribal person. So this is somehow showing extremes. I feel like a lot of masculine men could be attracted to you naturally. Or this energy of extremes. Even with the moon, it can sometimes talk about wavering. So you could be someone who could feel really good about your looks one day, and the next day you feel very insecure. Okay, so that wave, that pendulum wave is there. Okay, the way the moon waxes and wanes, I'm just picking up this energy where sometimes you feel good about yourself, other days you don't feel all that well. But I feel like there's something about you where people also feel at peace. It's your aura, it's your energy also that is very beautiful. A lot of people feel a connection with you. A lot of people feel at ease with you. Like they can keep their guards down. They feel at home. You are very stabilizing sort of a energy in other people's life. And you bring abundance. You bring some... because it's all moon. Moon is about our emotions. So you bring some sort of solace to people. You understand them. You could be very empathetic also, pile number 1. Good at reading people's emotions. You know, some people have very high emotional intelligence. So they can regulate other people's emotion really well. So you're someone who's very intuitive. Very much you cater to other people and you make them feel very understood, nourished. Very much at home with this house energy. It's like they feel safe, protected by you, nurtured by you. Okay, you're very gentle. Your energy, your vibe, everything is beautiful. Like I said, you're the Queen of Cups or even the Queen of Pentacles, because it's giving me earth energy also, because just moon on its own can be a bit sensitive and wavers, you know, that wavering sort of energy. But earth also grounds, has like this grounding force. So you're very grounded also. You bring a bit of steadiness to other people's lives, especially maybe your friends also. A lot of friends connect with you. Lots of people from the opposite sex really like you. They want to be friends with you or they want to date you. They're very attracted to you. A lot of men could also feel like they're inferior, or they might put you on a pedestal. They might see you as this royal regal person, the beauty, and they might feel like the beast. And you might also come across as a soft, sensitive, gentle sort of a person that people could also feel protective over. Okay, some of you maybe could be very short, petite. That sort of vibe I'm also getting with you. With camel, it talks about because camel has this ability to store water, right? Again, water energy is strong. That's why I'm like, maybe they should have given it earth element or water element. I don't understand the fire. But anyway, the camel does store water. Maybe that's why they've shown a moon here and it's blue to represent water. But anyway, maybe it's because of the desert. It's very hot. So that's why it's fire. I don't know. But camel is resourceful. It stores the resources and makes use of it over a long period of time. Then camel is also sometimes associated with, because this is an animal that can thrive on very few resources, or they it's just this energy of being independent, being self-sufficient that I'm picking up here. So I think that also adds to your beauty. The fact that a lot of people maybe are interested in you. You could be someone who doesn't date a lot because you want an emotional connection. You don't want just the physical, or you're also intuitive, so you're good at judging people. You can make out if this person is only after me for the looks or something else. I'm also thinking about doing a reading. Do people fall for your looks or your personality? So if anyone's interested, let me know. I'll do that in the future. Going back to the reading, I feel like people, your approach with people is that you want to feel something. You want a connection. It's not a superficial thing that you're looking for. Okay, so you come across as a person who could possibly have a lot of options, but you don't easily give people the time of the day. But the people that you care about, you're very responsible towards them, very protective over them. You take care of them. So you come across as a very mature person, very feminine, very nurturing. Let's see, for astrology you got Ketu, this is south node of the moon. We have third house. Gemini connection is there. We have Taurus. So Taurus always talks about beauty. I'm gonna keep this card in the middle. Okay, so Ketu represents again a person who's detached, also intuitive, sensible, mature. Okay, detached. Third house is communication. Taurus I always associate with beauty. Person who's beautiful, feminine, very close to the family. Taurus is connected to the family unit. Protective, influential, well-to-do, independent also. It's giving me independent energy. Even the people who are self-made, there's strong planets in third house. I've noticed that. Saturn in third actually makes a person self-made a lot of the times. But anyway, so Taurus is about resources, family, the people that you depend on. Third house is your self-effort. So you put a lot of effort towards the people that you care about, especially could even be siblings, friends. Okay. Some of you could have, like, let's say, 3 people that you're very close to. That's a specific message I'm getting. Or you could always be out and about in groups of 3s. I don't know why. This random message I'm getting here. But what I see with you, pile number 1, is because this is a reading about your beauty, what makes you beautiful. I think it's your character, it's your energy, and also the way you look. You're traditionally very beautiful, pleasing to the eye, like eye candy. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Let's keep going. I want to keep today's reading short. Usually they drag on way too long. So we have women holding a heart. So you could also be someone romantic, sensitive. We have Brahma. We see a little few pearls because Brahma is one of the gods that is associated with the planet moon. This is why I think Rohini Nakshatra is also connected with Brahma. I'm not sure. Is it Rohini? It's Rohini, Mrigashira, Ardra, right? I think it's Rohini that's connected with Brahma. But naturally, this is giving me moon energy with the god also, with the pearls also. Like I said, pearl. We all have different gemstones that are associated with different planets. For example, Jupiter is yellow sapphire, Saturn is blue sapphire, Sun is ruby, Mars is coral, Venus is diamond, a moon is pearl, Mercury is emerald. Did I cover all of them? I think I covered all of them. Ketu is cat's eye, and Rahu is it's Gomed. I don't know what Gomed is called in English though. I'm not exactly sure. I think it's Hessonite. I think so. I think I went over all of them, but anyway, this is not a gemstone class. But yeah, whenever I see pearls, I think of moon. Moon energy is very strong. So you're creative also. You're intuitive. People could naturally feel a connection with you. They could open up when it comes to their emotions. It gives that motherly vibe, you know. Most of us open up to our mothers. So anyone with a strong moon, naturally people will be drawn towards that person and they'll open up to that person. I've also seen people who are, let's say, online, some sort of influencer, or they create any sort of content. People who have a strong moon, they'll connect with the masses. So they'll develop a following. Okay, it's naturally, the ability is naturally there with these sort of people. So you could be someone who's popular. I'm also getting this energy with you, pile number 1. So see, positive opinion, but also connecting with a lot of people overall. So you could be an influential person if you want to create something, create some sort of content online. I think people form an emotional bond with you very easily. Pile number 1. And you're also independent, so you're not naturally looking for outside external validation. You do things because you want to do them. You're not trying to impress anyone, and this also makes you more likable. Okay, I also wanted to pull couple of cards for advice. How can you connect with your beauty more, or let's say any sort of advice for you? So you got self-respect. Okay, number 28. So this is telling me that maybe you're too open to a lot of people. Anyone who's picking this pile, you can be on different stages of your journey with this. Okay, because you're the moon can also waver, so you could be sensitive. So sometimes people might also take advantage of you. They might emotionally manipulate you. And you might also connect with the wrong people sometimes, because we see this extreme energy here connecting with people who are polar opposite. So sometimes your needs might not get met, or maybe you have to put yourself first. Something about self-respect here. Maybe you should respect yourself more and maybe put yourself first, be slightly more selfish also. Okay, that's one message I'm getting. Then I pulled a couple of cards from this deck. Here we have Mars in Libra. This is choice. So maybe some difficult love relationships that might impact you, might take you through this journey where you find yourself. Only thing I'll say is maybe give yourself a little bit more love. Maybe some of you feel like you're not beautiful, you are. And sometimes when, let's say, your partners might put you down, or they might pass some comments on your beauty, or especially your love life can actually have an impact on the way you see yourself. So don't let that affect you too much. Okay, and go for partners who bring stability and balance into your life. See, here we have the rose, which is connected with beauty, and we have choice here. And Libra is naturally connected to 7th house of partners. So your partners could influence you in a negative way. They have the influence to do that. So if your partner says something negative, don't take it to heart. We have principle here. This is Jupiter in Sagittarius. We have Mars in Sagittarius. So Mars keeps coming up. Mars is naturally for women, it's the partner, because it's the opposite energy. So see, here we have opposite. So Mars, first house Aries, opposite is Libra, 7th house Venus. So you will notice that Mars and Venus are always on the opposite end of spectrum. Taurus, Scorpio, Aries, Libra, right? So it denotes the partner, especially for a female person. Here Mars is coming through, so your partners could have a negative impact on how you view yourself, how you view your beauty. So don't give them too much weight. Okay, sometimes it can affect you negatively. You know, you should be confident. And let's say if person rejects you, if your partner doesn't treat you nice, or they don't compliment you, let's say, or they might say some negative comment about your beauty or your looks somehow, it might impact you quite a bit. You need to have control over that area. Okay, then we have Sagittarius. It's Jupiter energy. So I feel like overall you want to be taken slightly more seriously. You want to focus. Maybe some of you are also into education somehow to become more beautiful. You put efforts towards that. Okay, and also need to be, some of you are broad-minded also with Sagittarius energy. It's connected with being broad-minded. And also you want to be known for your character. You want compliments on your character, the person that you are. Okay, this is what I'm getting with this Jupiter and Sagittarius energy. I think you want people to compliment you less on your looks. And let's say people, if someone calls you beautiful, you pay less attention, but when someone calls you like a nice person, you enjoy that more. So naturally you gravitate towards people that you have more in common with. Your principles match, your philosophies on life match. Those are the people you connect with more. And those are the people you should pay more attention to, instead of people who are just after your looks. Okay, something deeper. It shouldn't be superficial with you. Okay, give yourself a little bit love and grace, pile number 1, because most people like you, and you are someone that possibly can be popular also. So yeah, don't feel insecure. And that's it. Thank you for watching pile number 1. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Leave your feedback, and if you want to support the channel, consider becoming a member. Click on the join button and leave the feedback, leave comments, support the video. I hope you guys liked it. Thank you for watching. Bye guys. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to today's reading. This is more of a open-ended sort of a reading that I've kept today. It's a beauty reading. I don't know what I'm going to title it. Maybe what kind of beauty are you, or how would I describe your beauty? Something like along those lines. Let's see how it goes. So it's gonna be more intuitive. So keep an open mind. I know people sometimes get very stuck on the title and they're like, you didn't stick to the title. So keep an open mind. Let's see how it goes. And I hope it resonates and you enjoy the reading. So you picked this card. Siren, did you make it out? Because I try to hide the keyword with today's cards. So did you make it out, guys? We have Siren, goes so nicely with the background. We have Snake here. This is Earth element also. We have Tower, number 19, Mars energy. We have letter. I don't know, when I see this West East, I think of West Bengal for whatever reason. I don't know why I do that. And look, there's a date here also. It's 21st, it says, and then 2 June 2073. And it looks like it says Shiva. I don't know why. I don't know. But we have money also. Maybe those dates are relevant because I've never paid attention to it before. Let's keep it here since we do have some space. Okay, so let's talk about your beauty. I'm definitely drawn towards the money. I'm drawn towards the gem also. So I feel like some of you could look really nice when you wear, let's say, expensive clothes, expensive jewelry. You could have a strong Taurus, maybe pile number 2. So you're naturally into those things. You could be naturally very feminine, or someone who puts a lot of efforts in your looks. So you dress really nice. Maybe you do your makeup really nice. You take care of your skin. You take care of your health. I wanted to say hair, but I turned it into health. So maybe some of you take supplements also, stuff like that. Some of you maybe exercise, do yoga. Here I see a tail. Here I see the snake. Makes me think of the body, okay, instead of the face. So it's your body. Maybe some of you are tall, or you have a really nice body. You work out. You put effort there. Maybe you do yoga. You eat really well. So you put effort behind your beauty, I feel. Pile number 2. Or maybe you have amazing genes and you're gifted. You don't have to put in a lot of work. I feel like some of you could be really into fashion also with money. It's like you spend money. And money just makes me think of a resource. So putting effort and maybe spending your money towards your beauty is a big thing. Some of you, maybe you got an education on it, because letter also makes me think of the written board. And money is there, so maybe you invested in beauty. Some of you could be maybe fashion students or something like that, or even watching videos on YouTube. That also counts as having an education, because I also tend to do that. I'm not like a fashionista or anything, but I love watching videos on, let's say, kibi body type, then the color seasons. Then I follow a couple of creators that are very educated on just fashion in general. So I like watching that content. So some of you could connect with that energy, or maybe you have a formal education or something. You're really into aesthetics, looks, fashion, or this could even be makeup. Let's say you really watch a lot of beauty videos, how to do makeup tutorials and stuff like that. Maybe hair. If you're more into hair, maybe Kritika Nakshatra maybe pulls people towards hair, I've seen. Maybe more of Libra would push you towards fashion, but I'm also drawn towards the body. So I feel like it's maybe more fashion and jewelry also. Some of you could be really into jewels and maybe gemstones, crystals. That's what I'm getting. So accessories, and also something about studying, education. These are the 2 messages I'm getting. Naturally, you could be really good looking also, or it's more of that beauty. Pile number 1 was more feminine, beautiful, easygoing, warm, welcoming. With this pile, it's more attractive sort of energy. You know, some people, you look at them, they're very magnetic and they're very attractive. Instead of pile number 1 was beautiful, let's say, this pile is attractive, okay, alluring, magnetic, majestic. These are the cards that are, these are the words that are coming to my mind. Also, maybe you could have also really nice, let's say, someone complimenting you, your eyes. This pile is more of your eye gaze. They look at you, the way you look, you know, that is appealing. And your body language also, I feel. Some of you could also be dancers, I feel, because I'm just getting movement here with the tail. And with the snake also, I've seen people who have strong Ashlesha Nakshatra in their charts. They're good dancers, or they're really flexible, so they're really into doing gymnastics, yoga, something with sports and athletics. I've seen Ashlesha is all about body movements, flexibility and all of that. We have strong Mars here also. That's why I'm drawn towards Ashlesha, because Mars gets debilitated in Cancer, so it's a special placement. And also Mars makes me think of Scorpio. Naturally, Tower is about accident, right? And 8th house is about sudden events, accidents. So Tower always makes me think of Scorpio. So I'm getting this energy where person is so attractive, you also feel a bit of intimidation. Whereas, let's say pile number 1, it was more welcoming. You know, you're open to the person, they're approachable, they're warm. If you go up to them, you expect that the person will be nice to you, or they will not be rude. With this pile, people might feel like, okay, this person could say something and it might affect me. Okay, so there's this, because think of Scorpio. Scorpio is the poison in the tail, right? So it's that bit of just this where you don't feel like you're welcome. So that energy of Scorpion, intimidation that I'm picking up with this pile, also mysterious. So desire to know someone. You're different, you're unique, you stand out also. And some of you could also have Chitra placement that's connected with a gem. So this card also makes me think of Chitra. Naturally, I'm getting Libra placements with this pile, or Venus placements. Maybe some of you have Taurus placements also with money and assets. It's connected to second house. And also the way you communicate, your communication style. Some of the people might compliment your accent maybe. Okay, let's keep going. I don't want to drag this reading out way too much today. I want to keep it short. We have Sagittarius here. We have Mercury. So Mercury is coming on strongly because letter also I connected with Mercury. We have Scorpio. So not surprised Scorpio came out. We have the star. 8 stars in the sky. We have the moon also. Some of you could have maybe debilitated moon in Scorpio. Some of you could have moon in Sagittarius. Moon Mercury conjunction. Maybe moon in Libra or Aquarius also. That's a lot of placements, but strong moon, maybe moon is sitting in the 1st house, 4th house, 7th house, or Cancer ascendant maybe. But strong water overall, you know, even this card, this fish is water energy. Okay, so let's talk about these cards. What I'm getting here, again, that intimidation. Moon, why does moon get debilitated in Scorpio? Because 8th house is connected with darkness. And water itself, think of the 3 water zodiac signs: Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Pisces is big oceans. That's where water gets salty. It's salty water. Okay, that's where we have a lot of water, because we also everything is covered under astrology, even taste. So saltiness is connected with the planet moon. Venus is more sugary, even sour taste is connected with Venus. So I will not go into tangent, but let's think of salty water. Why is ocean salty water? Because there's a lot of water there, right? So that's why Pisces is large body of waters. Scorpio, where water gets stagnant, it's not moving. That's why it gets, you know, stale. So that's why moon doesn't do well in Scorpio, because now the water is stale, it's muddy, it's dirty, so it's not nice. And Cancer is moving water, flowing water. But anyway, I will not go into a tangent. But basically moon gets debilitated because now emotions get stagnant. So you're holding on to something, you're not letting it go. So it makes a person slightly more depressive. And it's also, like I said, it's darkness. In 8th house, it's dark energy, and you feel scared. You know, even here we see the person is moving across the bridge. We can't see the face, but it's giving this energy of being unsure. You know, I'm going through like a transition period. Is this going to be right for me? So I feel like sometimes a lot of people don't approach you. You don't get that external validation, so that can affect you. I also feel like there could be a bit of this issue with self-love also with this pile, where you might dwell a little bit more on the negative. You know, some people are naturally cynical. There's one particular person that comes to my mind in my personal life. No matter what I say, a person always comes back with something negative. So that is also someone's predisposition, right? So I feel like with pile number 2, sometimes you might be slightly more negative. There could be days where, let's say, you don't put any effort towards your skincare, your makeup, your beauty, whatever. You're like, I don't feel like doing it, and you stay in that rut. It takes you a little bit of effort to pull yourself out of that. And there could be cycles also. I'm drawn towards this circle. So even the moon, there could be cycles where you're really doing really well, feeling your best, then there's like a depressive state that happens. Okay, so emotionally you need to be strong. You need to strengthen your moon, pile number 2. I think it's your internal and what's happening in your life that really affects how you look. It could also have an impact on your health, I feel, for some of you. But naturally, you're curious about beauty, you want to learn. You could be multiple let's say multi-talented, where you can do really your fashion is great, your makeup is great, your hair is great, you can do everything. Certain times people are like, I can do my hair. Like for me, I'm not the best with hair, I struggle with hair. So you're someone who could be good at everything, is what I'm getting at. Okay, and you're willing to learn, you're willing to explore things, you're very open-minded. I think you could be naturally a person who's very open to other people also. You want to learn from them, you compliment other people, you're very authentic that way, and very open and supportive to other people also. But you stand out because of your beauty. Maybe you have special features. Let's say you could there could be a person picking this pile who has very distinct sort of eye color, maybe. Okay, or like a, you know, lately I've been seeing a lot of people are turning red heads, so they're experimenting with, even that copper red color was quite popular recently. So maybe you are someone who wears like this unique hair color that really you can pull off, which not a lot of people can do. So maybe some of you have a lot of tattoos also, and that looks good on you. So something about the way you express yourself and your beauty is unique, and only you can pull it off. So it makes you stand out, you're special also. Like pile number 1 was slightly more traditional and simple, like what is expected. This is more of unexpected beauty. Okay, and sometimes you might also struggle, it's your moods, it's your life circumstances and stuff like that that affects you, and sometimes you don't feel like putting efforts towards that. And you could also be someone who could change constantly, like every couple of years you might change your style, or something about transformation strongly that I'm picking up here, because Scorpio is transformation. We also have snake sheds the skin, so that's why I'm saying maybe your fashion taste changes, or something about you changes frequently. So some of you might connect with that energy. But you definitely, you can learn, you can grow, you're still learning and growing in your journey, because we have the planet that's connected with the archetypal energy of student. Mercury is the student, and we have Sagittarius, which is, it says the voyager, the adventurer. This is the energy of exploring things. So you're still learning, you're still finding yourself, and you're open to change constantly. Okay, let's say pile number 1 was slightly more about, okay, I found my style, I'm sticking to it. This is the energy, but you keep on changing and you enjoy that. That's good for you. Here also with the air mail, it's giving me the energy of travel also, exploration, seeker. So you're still looking for, let's say, the best colors that look good on you, or you want to learn more, you want to grow more, or maybe lots of younger people picking this pile, something about, or there's this natural habit that you have about constantly changing. So you get bored easily, so you like a bit of change as well. Okay, you're moody also, sensitive. So let's keep going. Here we have yin and yang, number 22. So this is hot and fire. Some of you could dress maybe androgynous also, or this energy where you'll wear something tight and then something loose. So bringing the opposites together also, I'm getting maybe wearing, let's say, a shirt which is masculine and then a skirt which is feminine. So I'm just getting this energy of hot and cold and masculine, feminine. You bring that together in your style and it looks really good on you. I think you have a unique self-expression, sense of style, which a lot of people cannot copy even, or they try to copy but they don't get it right, but you do it really well. You could be someone, let's say, if you wear a lot of, let's say, athleisure, you could wear a lot of jewelry. Jewelry is naturally considered dainty. Okay, so and athleisure is more masculine. So something like that I'm getting here, where it's just this combination that I'm picking up. We have hostilities, number 26. So see, I was getting this energy of some unpleasantness or some issues where maybe this could be coming in from people criticizing you. You don't like when people critique you, or lots of people might not understand your style, so they might criticize your style, fashion, beauty, whatever. Or again, that intimidation energy also I'm picking up, where people don't compliment you, people don't come up to you because they're scared, they feel a little bit of intimidation. That's one message I'm getting. Also, people criticizing, trying to box you in, they don't understand your self-expression, something like this. And also again, that maybe some personal issue can impact the way you see yourself. So that message is coming up again here. But this is giving me Mars energy. So attraction. Like I said, this pile is attractive. This is giving me Venus energy. We have Rajas. So this is, we see fiery element, right? Rajas, I think the planets connected with the Rajas are Mercury and Venus, if I'm not wrong. It's about activeness, dynamic energy, it's movement. So you're someone who, like I said, movement keeps on changing, and also you put efforts towards your beauty. Like I said, you put a lot of efforts, you educate yourself maybe, or you're constantly changing. You're someone who has to look, maybe you have a particular style. So whenever you go out, maybe you like to dress really nice. You're not someone who will go out in joggers maybe, or something about just putting efforts, taking yourself seriously maybe in this aspect. And Venus Mercury, I think you have the best sense of fashion out of the 3 piles today. I'm just getting that with Venus and Mercury energy here with Rajas. Fiery. And overall, I forgot to mention, but this pile is giving me Queen of Wands energy, fiery nature. Lots of Mars also has come out for you. Where do I keep it? Is it in frame? So I pulled some cards also for advice, how you can, let's say, I don't know, any sort of advice in terms of your beauty. Okay, so let's start with this one. You got the Garden and the Gardener. So I thought this was beautiful that you got the pair cards, and this is more feminine energy, this is more masculine energy. So continuing on the message I was getting here, so you bring those two forces together. That's true. You could also be someone, maybe you mimic your partner's style, or your partner could have influence on your style. Okay, there's certain women also, they kind of cater to their partner and they dress like the partner, something like this, or very changeable. You don't have maybe a signature style, you like to try everything. So this is what I'm getting. But for advice, I think again, you should strike a balance. You should balance your masculine and feminine energies, and not maybe rely too much on your own self or your partner. You should bring it into balance, where if let's say you're struggling mentally, don't let it affect the way you treat yourself or the way you dress or show up to things. Okay, keep that balance, and also maybe not focus too much on your partner when it comes to your fashion, your beauty. If they validate it, amazing, but if they don't take it to heart. Okay, this is what I'm getting. Let's keep going. Here we have Mercury in Libra, in indecision. We have Sun in Aquarius, idealism. We have Jupiter in Leo, publicity. So see, you catch everyone's eye. So you're popular, you should not feel like, okay, I'm not getting the compliments that I deserve, so I don't feel beautiful. Maybe you're not getting the external validation because for whatever reason people might not approach you, but it's there. Okay, you're someone who catches people's attention, and maybe this is the sort of effect you should look for. You should not be someone who hides yourself or trying to appease others, or I don't know. You should be authentic when it comes to your self-expression through beauty and, let's say, fashion also. You're someone who's unique. You're very idealistic. You could have great ideas also. Okay, we have this energy of Sun in Aquarius. These Sun and Saturn are the 2 planets that don't get along. I feel like maybe some older people also might look down upon your fashion, or maybe your parents, or maybe your parents didn't validate you as you were growing up, so you feel like there's a lack there. But these are some things you can work on. Whatever didn't happen, but you should validate your own self, show up for your own self. Okay, you also get confused sometimes, so experimentation is good for you, because you should experiment. We have Mercury in Libra, so this is the energy of being a little confused. So just experiment, find your style, and always keep on changing, adding new things, okay, to your routine, to your lifestyle, whatever. But you should always keep it moving, and there should be a constant change. I feel that would be better for you instead of sticking to something or stagnating. You should keep things exciting for you. And a lot of people, you can influence a lot of people. I'm just getting Sun in Aquarius. I feel like maybe if you were on social media, if let's say you had a fashion blog or something like that, people would really follow you. They would learn a lot from you. That's what I'm getting. So always honor yourself, honor your self-expression. And even if you don't get the validation, it is there. People might not be communicating it, but it's there. So yeah, that's the message for you, pile number 2. I hope this reading was resonated with you. It was interesting. Let me know your thoughts. If you like my videos, you want to support the channel, consider becoming a member. And yeah, if you want to book a reading, I don't know if I mentioned it in this pile, but I'm going to be taking a break. So if you want to book if you book a reading right now or in the next couple of days, I can get the reading done by 19. I usually give a 10 days window. So after 19, I'm taking a week off. So if you book, you can still book later, but you'll get the reading towards the end of the month. So just wanted to mention that if anyone's looking for a private reading. Thank you for watching, guys. Let me know your thoughts and subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye, guys. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to today's reading. Today we're doing a beauty reading. I'm exactly not sure what the title is going to be. Maybe how would I describe your beauty, or what kind of beauty are you? I'm not sure right now. Let's see. But this is more open-ended. Let's see how it goes. Let's go with the flow of the reading. So be broad-minded, be open to the messages you get, and let's see how it goes. Okay, if you have any suggestions on beauty specific videos, let me know. Also, if anyone want to book like a private reading with me, if you book right now or in next couple of days, I can do the reading by 19. I usually give a 10-day window, but I'm going to be taking a break after that. So if you book later, you can book, but it's going to be towards the end of the month. Okay, and for the main channel, I will pre-film and post videos on here, so don't worry, I will be posting. So let's start today's reading. You got this card, Hyena. This is also fire element. We have snake. We have faithfulness with the dog. You also got this card, Queen, and you also got the King. So maybe if anyone's watching, any guys are watching, they'll be picking this pile, I think. But also androgyny it's giving me, because we have both masculine and feminine. For tarot, you got Queen of Coins and the Emperor. So again, masculine and feminine archetypes coming up. For astrology, you got Libra, Saturn, second house. So Saturn gets exalted in Libra. That's nice. Good placement. Let's see. And this is also giving me Taurus energy. So Venus Saturn energy is strong. Maybe some of you have Saturn and Venus conjunct or in trine to each other, trine, you know, in the chart like that. Here also I'm drawn towards the triangle. But anyway, some of you could also have Sun and Moon conjunction with this placement that I'm seeing here. We have maybe placements in Aries also. Aries is connected to Emperor, or actually it should be Leo. I don't know why I said Aries, but Emperor is Leo, which is also the King energy. So maybe planets in Leo, Cancer, Libra, obviously, Taurus. These are the things I'm seeing here. Let's start the reading. So you got Hyena. This is a funny card. The keywords were sarcasm, wit, a person who's funny, basically. That's this energy. So I feel like a lot of you in pile number 3, you don't like to lead with your beauty. Some of you might feel like you're not beautiful, or you have to make up for your beauty with your character or sense of humor, something like this, or something about you maybe using humor as trying to hide something about yourself. Maybe this could even be talking about more serious stuff. Maybe you like to keep things more simple or something. I'm just getting this energy of maybe using your humor or something in your personality as like a mask, hiding something. I also feel like there could be this feeling where you don't consider yourself beautiful, pile number 3. Or maybe you get your validation if people, let's say they ask you out or they want to date you, or if your partner gives you a compliment, that's when you feel beautiful. That's one message I'm getting here, because there's so much emphasis on coupling and having a partner here. Here also we have Libra, which is naturally 7th house. It's connected to love and relationships, spouse, marriage. I hope you can see the cards. It's not too weird looking. The lighting is a little off right now. And Saturn also talks about longevity in relationship, because you have to serve the person. That's why Sun gets debilitated in Libra, because Sun is about me, myself. Saturn is about you. Service, what can I do for you? That's why Saturn does really well in Libra. So you could be a great partner also, That's why maybe when you get the love back, you get the reciprocal love, that's when you feel validated and you feel good about yourself. I feel like some of you, it's not just I'm getting multiple messages with this pile. Some of you could feel like you're not good looking, others could try to hide your looks, or something about hiding your looks. I don't know what the reason is. Maybe we'll get it. I feel like you want to a partner especially who will not, maybe you've been conned in the past, you've been cheated on in the past, because I noticed that the snake imagery keeps on repeating. We have the snake here, it's not focusing. We have the snake here, we have the snake here. See how similar the imagery is. Let me show you. So snake coming up 3 times already in the reading. So maybe you've been hurt in the past, maybe your trust was broken, or a partner cheated on you, something like this. A person could have cheated on you. We do have faithfulness and loyalty, so it's something that you really value. It's very important to you. Even Saturn in Libra speaks about a person who's there for the long haul. It's longevity. It's also asset. Second house is assets, family, support system. So you're very dependable. You're someone who will give it your all. And you've been cheated in the past, so you like to somewhere not show this nice side of yours. You like to show the superficial side. You fun, sarcasm, joking around, all of that energy. You don't like to go all in, I feel. Someone's shouting in the back, I don't know why, but anyway, I forgot. I lost my train of thought. So yeah, a lot of people picking this pile also try to emphasize other things in your life, where you maybe value loyalty more. You don't want to, something about maybe not being in touch with your beauty, or having maybe a lack of self-love also. Maybe something you can work on, because maybe you had a good concept, you felt great about yourself and you felt validated also, but because you got cheated on, or there was something that happened here which kind of shook you, so now you try to hide certain things, or maybe it's left an impact on you, it's changed you somehow. That's what I'm getting. But I feel like you place a lot of emphasis on your partner or relationships in general, how people treat you. Hope that it's like a healthy balance though. You should also, with this Emperor energy, you should find your own inner confidence as well. With Queen of Coins, it's like you have value to give, right? Even though there's a bit of this energy of feeling unsure, feeling a bit of fear in trusting other people. Or let's say when people compliment you, you might not trust them. Okay, you could be naturally a person who's slightly more, you don't trust easily. People have to earn your trust. Okay? Some of you could also be androgynous. Maybe you dress very masculine, also very feminine. You could have multiple different styles, or like very feminine, maybe women picking this pile, or very masculine men picking this pile. Or this could even be, let's say, a female is picking this pile and they dress more masculine. Okay, so I'm just getting this androgyny also, like both the energies are present here. And maybe you like to dress like more in masculine style to feel like this protective armor. See here, we have the armor with the Emperor, and with the women, it's like she's almost naked. So she finds it, showing the feminine side, she feels vulnerable. And here, with the armor, you feel better. So there could be some coping mechanism that you have. Maybe you don't like to show your, there's some insecurities, or you want people to like you for your personality. There's something I'm picking here that's slightly mismatched. Okay, let's keep going. Next up, you got this card. I kept it. It has not a lot to do with the beauty, but I noticed the gateway. The door made me think of Vishakha Nakshatra, which is all about polarity, or a person who's polarizing. So you could be someone, like I said, a lot of people might give you compliments, a lot of people might even give you insults. So the energy is like a bit of 50-50 I'm picking up with this pile. So Vishakha energy with the doorway. Vishakha is about kind of like split personality in a way, but it doesn't have to be that severe or negative. But Vishakha also has some connection with Libra. So Libra energy. You're someone who could be naturally good at fashion or aesthetics. You have an eye for it, a detail eye. And I also get this energy maybe where you don't care what people say. Let's say you have a particular sense of style and maybe a lot of people don't like it, but you see the vision in it. So that's one more thing I'm getting. Some of you could also be really into vintage style, because Saturn and Libra, Saturn or Venus connection, Saturn is ancient or old stuff. Venus is fashion. So some of you could maybe dress in old styles in the 80s, 90s. You like older styles, or you do thrifting, or you wear vintage clothes, something like this I'm getting. Unique, different style. You also could feel like you're born in the different era and you don't connect with the new age fashion. I'm getting that strongly also with this pile. Some of you could really enjoy attention also. You like being in the public eye. You could be the popular person, maybe especially for your fashion or your self-expression or your looks. You could have unique features maybe. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting that unique features and something about the very first thing that people notice. Maybe it's your looks, or let's say your eyes, or something about your looks that's very prominent and people just notice that. You could be someone where people don't forget your face. You leave an impression with your beauty. Okay. Somehow popular also with this king and queen energy. You could date a lot of people. Let's say this is another specific message I'm getting. Pile number 3, let's say you're not the most beautiful. You could date a lot of people who are way better looking than you, and people might say, how did this person get to date this person? Okay. Or you could be someone who's very beautiful and then you date someone who's not known for their looks. So there could be this mismatch in the looks and people talk about that. There's I'm just picking up lots of gossip, especially something with the couple, the partner here. I'm getting that we have caring connection. So similarly, same thing, lots of couple energy coming out in this pile. Okay. Maybe your partner's validation is important to you somehow. We have women holding a coin. Similarly, same message as this one. So I was giving this analogy, I don't know how to say it, but with every pile number 1 was more Queen of Cups and Queen of Pentacles. Pile number 2 was Queen of Wands. This pile is more of Queen of Pentacles again. Okay, but also giving me this energy of like maybe dressing very, this is purple is again a regal or royal sort of a color. So maybe red and purple looks really good on you, and you could be someone who's ostentatious with your style, your fashion. You're very out there. Okay, spending a lot of money maybe on fashion, on clothes, or I don't know, something about your looks and your fashion prominent. People notice that. We have Satya. So Satya is about truth. This is about authenticity. So you're very authentic with your self-expression. I want to keep it here. Okay, you follow your heart, you follow your intuition with your style. So I also wanted to pull advice cards in every single pile. So for you, you got life purpose. So this is the advice. How do you bridge the gap, or how do you get more in touch with your beauty, or better for self-expression, something like this. Okay, you got life purpose, you got maturity, and you got compatibility. So I think you will have a unique sense of style, unique style of self-expression, and not everyone will gel along with you. So compatibility here is talking about finding your crowd, learning from people, then teaching them something. So it's all about self-expression, and I think your friends could have a positive influence on you. That's one thing I'm getting here with compatibility. And again, it's talking about a couple here. So having a partner could really make you feel more beautiful about yourself, and your friends giving you that. Maybe you need a little bit of external validation, pile number 3. So having people around you who say good things, who build you up instead of pull you down, that's important. Then maturity, learning from your mistakes, growing old also. There is going to be like a shift in the way you see yourself, your self-love, fashion, all of that, beauty, everything about beauty. It will change and it will get better with time. Maturity is finding yourself, coming of age, right? And life purpose, I feel like there could be something with beauty and fashion that you could do as a career or something like that. Okay, that's one thing. Secondly, one more message: don't hide behind the humor and wit. Okay, don't hide yourself. Also, don't let like a negative experience overwhelm you. We see the snake is overtaking the girl. Okay, get your power back. With life purpose, I feel like the more confidence you gain, there could be other areas of your life where you might be struggling, which affects your sense of self. Your insecurities get affected. So once you feel better, let's say you're successful, you're doing really well, you found yourself, all of that, or having like a successful relationship, that could have a positive impact on you. Okay, here we have Mercury in Sagittarius, discovery. So see, you're exploring. There's still room for growth here, and room for learning more things, discovering yourself. Okay, and getting better also. We have submission. This is Mercury in Pisces. Mercury keeps coming up. So this is about education, learning, growth, being a student also. Then Pisces is where Mercury gets debilitated. Some of you could have debilitated Mercury, but the important thing here is Mercury is the intellectual mind. It's the logical mind. So it gets debilitated in Pisces. Why is that? Venus gets exalted. So what does it mean? It means going with the flow, going with the feelings. Venus is about bhakti, devotion, love. So what do you love? Wear that. Don't look for the logic. Don't look to impress other people. Okay? Going with the flow, go with your self-expression. Pisces is unique and quirky, right? So whatever feels right, whatever you enjoy, do that. And indulge in activities that make you feel better about yourself, and also have a bit more self-love. External validation is good, but only consider a few people, not every single person. Most people might not give you what you're looking for. So this is letting go of logic, letting go of the intellectual mind, and going with the flow, feeling, connecting with the feeling. We see here the door to the cage is open, so you need to let yourself out. The bird. And funny, we have a bird for Mercury also. Birds are Mercury. And we have Pisces for fish, right? So let yourself out of the cage. Think outside of the box. Have a unique self-expression. We have Jupiter in Libra. So negotiation. I feel like again, this is focusing a little bit too much on your partner. And maybe negotiation is about compromise also. Maybe somewhere you feel like you have to change your style because of your partner or the people around you. You have to kind of play cool, or I don't know, accept their advice or something like this. But don't submit. Be true to yourself. That's a message, pile number 3. You should put yourself first, your opinion first, and don't compromise too much. If people love you, they will accept you for who you are. This is negotiation. Maybe don't negotiate with people. And they should understand. Express yourself, have a conversation with people, especially your partners. Maybe they might influence you a little too much. I feel like a lot of you could also get lucky and find a good partner where they bring in some influence which is positive, because we have Jupiter here. Jupiter is a positive influence, blessings, guidance. So maybe your partners could guide you in future. You could find a partner who could teach you a lot in terms of fashion. If let's say you struggle with fashion and beauty, you're someone who doesn't put a lot of effort in makeup, fashion, beauty, and you feel insecure about that. You feel like, I'm not the best. I see all these girls, they're naturally good at these things, and I don't know how to do my makeup. All these things, you could find a partner who would encourage you, who would give you confidence, and you learn as you grow older. Okay, you learn it, and a partner that will make you feel secure. Okay, so things will improve over time. Just don't feel too insecure. Whatever effort you can do, you should focus on that. And finally, we have revenge, Mars in Scorpio. So whatever resentment you have, you should let it go. Revenge tells me that maybe people might hurt you a little bit. Okay, Mars in Scorpio. This is also attractive energy. So the people who like you, people who are attracted to you, they like you already. You don't need to impress them. That's one thing. Second, whatever this event has happened with the snake, don't extract revenge. Forgive the person, move on. I think holding resentment could also be hurting you. Okay, maybe your glow up is the best revenge that you can have, or just feeling authentic, feeling true, expressing yourself with a sense of authenticity, feeling confident in your own skin. That will be your best revenge. So very specific advice, but the overall reading was a bit murky. It was a bit confusing for me also. So let me know your thoughts. Pile number 3, did you resonate with this message or not? Leave your comments. And if you want to support the channel, consider becoming a member. Please subscribe first. Subscribe and become a member. Support the channel. If you want to book a reading, the links will be down in the description. Thank you for watching. Bye guys. Have a good one.